That was freaking scary. My hands are shaking even. やばいね、本当に。怖かった。Good morning, people. It's 6:30 in the morning and we are getting ready to leave this beautiful campsite. I honestly can't believe how well organized these campsites are in Japan. This is a free campsite. We've got drinking water, we've got toilet, we got a beautiful space to organize our tents. There's a river passing nearby, and most importantly, we have all these boxes where we can throw away our trash. This is very, very rare. If you have come to Japan or you live in Japan, you know how hard it is to get rid of the waste, especially when you're traveling. You know, you don't have access to a fixed place where you can throw away your waste. They have for the food waste. They have, this is the burnable waste, combustible garbage. They also have for PET bottles, they have plastic, they have hygiene products. I mean, this is pretty amazing. And the fact that it is for free, it is even crazier, you know. This is how our bikes look today. My bike is not looking that cool because I'm drying all of our towels and our bathing suit because we went to the river yesterday. Well, it's time to leave. We woke about 30 minutes earlier than usual because they announced the rain from like kind of 9 in the morning in this area, so we wanted to get away from this area as soon as possible. But I really don't know. I really don't think it's gonna rain. It is pretty sunny right now. Ready? Today took us a bit longer than usual just to organize our stuff. The tent was so wet this morning. It didn't rain, but just the humidity of the place. There's a convenience store just like 5 minutes away from here, so I think that's where we're gonna have breakfast now. Kumard.
Cheers.
Cheers. This coffee is honestly super good. I don't even know if 7-Eleven or Lawson sells cafe latte. I hope they do because there's no Seiko Mart in Honshu. Okay. We are leaving the city of Furano, which is right in the middle of Hokkaido, and we're gonna be driving west of Hokkaido, kind of like to the southern peninsula of Hokkaido, because we don't have many days left here. It's kind of sad but exciting at the same time, you know, since there's still so much more to see in Honshu, but we have had a great time here. We're gonna be driving for about 200 something kilometers today. We're gonna be camping near a lake. I believe it's called Shikotsu, and apparently there is a free hot spring nearby. Japan, it's amazing with these free things around the country, free campsite, free hot springs. I mean, it's just unbelievable, honestly. By the way, this lake, Shikotsu Lake, is actually the lake with the purest water in Japan. This is the melon road. It's really called the melon road. Melons are very popular here in Furano. Melons and watermelons. Last time we visited this farm. It's called Tomita Farm, and where they have these huge lavender fields. And they also sell melon, you know, as souvenir. And they are actually super expensive. I was surprised to see that price tag. One melon for about 8,000 yen, guys. That's about $70 for a melon. I don't know if it's normal elsewhere, but that will be super expensive in Colombia. I just can't believe people pay so much for a melon, you know? This tunnel is so freaking dark and so cold as well. We met this crazy funny guy at the campsite we were staying at. One night we were just having some drinks by the fire, and we were talking about how sometimes it's hard to find a shower while traveling. And he told us this crazy story about not taking a shower for about 2 weeks. I don't even know how he survived 2 weeks without taking a shower. And he found this place where there's a hot spring for feet only. These kind of mini pools where you can soak your feet. So he decided to soak his whole body in this hot spring for feet. You know, the water is not even deep. Can you believe that? Kaito and I have done crazy stuff, but nothing beats the story of that guy. I'm really hoping to see at least one bear before leaving Hokkaido, but the clock is ticking. We only have a couple of days left here. We're doing a quick stop here. There's so many residues from the bugs that crush me while driving. Ew. It's the same on my pants and on my goggles.
今日はですね、雨予報なんで、雨が降る前に次の到着地に着きたいと頑張っております。今走ってる北海道の西側、西の南側っていうんですかはあんまり見るものがないんですよね。結構ツーリングをやってる人たちにも話を聞いてみたんですけれども、あんまりこっち側ってもうみんなすっ飛ばしていくらしいです。もう直接小樽のフェリー乗り場に行ってもう北海道を出てしまったり、または苫小牧の方に行って北海道を出てしまうっていうケースが多いらしいんですよ。見てください、スキー場ですよ。ただあれは中級者コースでしょうか。すごい山が低く見えます。スキーはね、僕は1回ぐらいしかやったことなくて、スノーボーは結構やってたんですけど、2年前ぐらいにオリと一緒にスノーボー行った時に、その時友達3人で行ってたんですけど、その友達にオリが突っ込まれて、スノボーで足首をオリが怪我して、そこからスノボーは行ってません。なのでオリはスノボー1回しかやったことありません。オリのバイクより古いバイクを今回の旅で1回も見てません。っていうのは嘘です。この前1台だけ見たんですよ、パリ高を。それが多分ね、オリのバイクより2年ぐらい古いバイクなんですよね。古いバイクを見るともう興奮しますね、僕は。見てください、これ一面全部トウモロコシ畑です。すごい規模のトウモロコシ、一つもなってないけどね。時期じゃないの？トウモロコシってあったかいところで育つイメージがあるんですけど、北海道有名ですね。見てください、ずーっとですよこれ。うわ、こっちも全部。今日は風がやばいです。バイクがむちゃくちゃ揺れる。左にも右にももう左右にむちゃくちゃ揺れるんですよ。見てください、オリのあのバイクを後ろについてる海パンとかタオルとかがすごい動いてますよ。あれけど止まると全然風がないな走ると全方向から風が。 またですよ皆さん、いつも同じことを繰り返してます。ガソリンがやばいそして今山ん中、まずいよ、マジでやばい。
There seem to be a couple of waterfalls around this area, so we're gonna try to explore a little bit and try to see them. Pretty cool, huh? I love it when we don't have a fixed itinerary plan and we just come across these beautiful places, just like the waterfall we stopped at a couple minutes ago. It's honestly a big surprise and I love that. My recommendation, leave always a little bit of space, a little bit of time for those unexpected things you might find along the way. Shoot, my tire, I just got a full flat tire all of a sudden. Oof, I don't know how I didn't fall there, but oh my god, that was freaking scary. Oof. Wait, I need to put it in neutral. Shoot, it's super heavy. Whoa, man. I cannot put it in neutral, boo. Shoot, what was that? Honey, I really thought I was gonna fall there. Slip completely to the side. I cannot put it in neutral. Shoot, what was that? Shoot. Wow, look at that. It's completely flat, you guys. I've never felt so scared. My heart is pumping. Oof. Completely flat, look at that. Shoot. My hands are shaking even. やばいね、本当に。怖かった。We're trying. Okay. This is a very heavy bike. Oi, oi. Let's get this bike out of the way. So heavy. Let's go. I can't imagine if this happens and you're alone, like you got nobody to push you. Just over there. Just oh. Should we put it on the central stand? Yeah, fine. Oh, of course there's no. We need to remove the bag. Oh man, I'm still shaking. I'm so glad there was no car coming on the other side because I just couldn't keep on the left side. It slipped twice. I don't even understand what happened. Shoot, man. Oh. There must be something huge, big thing that just went in because it went flat in just a second. I'm still shaking. Honestly. Oof. I'm so shaky. I'm so glad there was no car coming from the other side. I'm so glad we brought all of the tools, and we even brought spare tube for both of our bikes, because you think this never happens, and then it happens. You know, there's even no reception here, so even if you want to call somebody for help, like, I mean, without reception, you don't do much. Still can't see any signs of a foreign object in my tire. There goes my black paint. It's over. Shoot.
Let's see the problem. Come here.
It's here. It's huge.
Where do you find it?
Mite.
Oi no.
It's a huge hole. The question is, there must be something on the tire. We need to find it. Is that the only one? Wow, it's really big. Like, you can even see it from afar.
Found it.
Shoot! What is it? Like a metal scrap or something?
Bring the pinch.
Yabai! Look from the inside. You can. Of course. But this, I'm glad I didn't fall off the bike and it didn't happen to someone else. I might have to.
No way. Show me on your hand.
Oh.
Really?
This thing. This thing. Of course, man. What is this anyway? Yeah, scrap metal or something.
Imagine if you ride at 70 kilometers per hour and if it happens that, oof.
It's gone. Shoot. Got brand new tube, and we have this portable pump. We bought it before coming to this trip, and it was thanks to Eddie from Columbia Moto Adventures, who really recommended us to have something like this whenever we travel.
Yeah.
So glad we bought it. Thanks, beautiful.
You're welcome. Oof, you are really lucky.
Yeah.
Super lucky. I'm really happy for that.
Kaito is trying to do as much as possible with his hands to avoid damaging the paint from my rim, but honestly, I'll have to paint it again once we get back to Yamaguchi. It could have been worse, honestly. It could have been worse.
Okay.
Wow. Oh la la, oh la la, oh la la. Well, nothing I can do for that now. We're having problems even inflating the tube. Somehow it won't go higher than 30 kPa. No idea why. It just won't go any higher. And it won't pop here. The tire won't pop. It is not working. We tested the machine before coming here at home and it worked perfectly. We don't know what's going on, but we decided Kaito is gonna go to the nearest gas station. Like this, we managed to attach the tire like this. It's about 15 minutes away from here. I'm gonna wait because my bike is completely in pieces right now. And yeah, that's the plan for now.
行ってくるね、ハニーちゃん。OK。チャオ、ビーちゃん。なんて日ですか。もうなんといってもオリに事故がなくて本当に良かった。オリが転ばなくて本当に良かった。聞こえてきたんですよ。オリが「いや転ぶ転ぶ転ぶ」って言ったんですよ。その瞬間もううわ、自分は前にいてどうしようもないからどうしようどうしようどうしようって思って本当に焦った。本当にオリになんもなくてよかった。タイヤがちょっともしかしたら変形しちゃったかもしれないんですよね。どこだよガソスタ。あと5分だよ。すぐそこのはず。ただ空いてんのかな。あれか、これだ。オッケー、あったあった。ガソスタやってんのかこれ。やってるね。多分オッケーオッケー。すいません、ガソリン入れたいのとあと空気入れたいんですけど入れられます？
車のバルブと同じかな。
車と同じです。入らない。むちゃくちゃ最悪です。チューブに穴が開いてます。新しく入れたやつを僕が入れた時に噛んで穴開けたかもしれません。最悪です。それで機械が壊れてたわけじゃないんですね。だから空気が全然入んなかったんですわ。空気がずっと漏れてたんですよ。穴開けちゃって最悪です。ちょっと今からバイク屋さんに行ってチューブを買ってきます。場所が海側なんですよ。30分かけて今来てます。あと何分？あと13分で着きます。やばい。ゲットしてきました。よし、今から戻ります。
I can't believe the kindness of people. There was this very nice biker who stopped by and he brought me some Aquarius and also some specialty from Hokkaido. I guess he told me it was potatoes, so I'm gonna try these while I wait on Kaito. It's already 4:30. I'm really hungry.
大丈夫ですか？
あ、大丈夫です。
よかった。
そう、ありがとうございます。
この辺あんまり熊出るから。
あ、そうですね。そう、今ちょうどガスステーションに行きましたので。The guy just told me to be careful because apparently there are lots of bears coming from this forest here. Guess I gotta keep an eye out. Anyway, I'm gonna try this while waiting on Kaito. So good. Why haven't I tried this before? I'm gonna keep some for Kaito too.
こっからオリのところまで、あと45分かかります。こっから。
Round 2. A guy stopped by and told me to be careful because there are lots of bears coming up from here.
Eh? Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, no way. There was another hole here.
And a big one.
ちょっと待って。これここだったでしょ？ Where was it? Here?
The tube is finally in. Now it's time to pump it up. It's actually drizzling. Hopefully still like this and it won't get any worse. Somehow that electrical pump is not working, so Kaito had to go again back to the gas station, which is about 50 minutes away from here, 30 minutes round trip. And I just have to wait here. Nothing we can do. It's already 4:20, and honestly I want to get out of these mountains as soon as possible because of the bears here and because we would like to arrive at the campsite before sunset as well.
妻を山に置いて。どこら辺の山？湖なんていうの？支笏湖。道路沿い？道路沿い。だけど支笏湖線だったら頻繁に。着いた。ほら、おりちゃん、ごめん、遅くなった。
Okay. Wow, we're finally leaving. What time is it? It's 7 p.m. guys. Oh, at least we have some light. Oh, I just waited there all afternoon long. Kaito did all the hard work. Kaito finally ended up taking the rear tire to a motorcycle shop nearby. When I say nearby, it was 40 minutes away from here. I was lucky because there were a couple of people that stopped by. There was this guy who brought me something to eat and something to drink. Really, thank you so much for that. And a couple other people stopped by to ask me if I was doing okay. There was this guy, Day-san, who stopped by and kept me company for about an hour or even longer. Thank you so much for doing that, really. Honestly, what an adventure. What a day, what a day. The nearest city here is called Shikotsu, and we wanted to find a hotel nearby, but I think a campsite is a better option since there is one just 20 minutes away from here. So we're gonna stay at that campsite tonight, and tomorrow we'll see what we're gonna do. It's so dark. This must be a very beautiful place. Can't wait to see this place in the morning. Made it. Oh, what a day, guys. So glad to be here now.